Hi Pritesh, hi Avni. Can you hear us?
Hi, Rashmi. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hi, everybody. You guys are not audible. सुनाई नहीं दे रहा. Unmute करो ना. Unmute yourself. 11:40 हो गए। हाँ,
Can you
या आ रही है। हाँ, अभी आ रही है।
I can't hear you guys.
या अभी फिर से नहीं आ रही ना आवाज? बीच में आई थी।
Yes, yes.
Can you unmute yourself? Why it is on mute?
Dikshita, can you confirm? Can you hear us?
Yes, yes, now I can hear you. Yeah.
Dikshita, are we audible?
Yes, you are. Can you hear me? Yes, you are.
Dikshita, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
All of us can hear us now.
To get audio.
They can't
All
hear
of
us.
you now.
You guys can't hear us. I can hear you guys.
Here 55.
Yeah, can you hear us, Dikshita?
Yes, yes.
Oh, good to go.
Just one second, cable shut off my power. Just
We can start.
Yeah. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. So extremely sorry for this technical glitch, and that's why this meeting got delayed. But let's start the meeting with a huge round of applause. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Anil Shukla, and I will be the SAR for today's meeting. I welcome you all for the 510th meeting of Eloquent Toastmaster Club, Gurgaon. Toastmaster International has a collective mission, which is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self confidence and personal growth. Here are certain rules which we follow to conduct the meeting in a well mannered way. The first rule is we all have to put our phone on silent mode. So, to do that activity, we will take 10 seconds. Can you confirm, online audience? Are we done?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Second rule is please try to avoid talking about any topic in a derogatory manner. Please do not cross talk unless there is an emergency. Please do not enter or leave the room when someone is speaking on the stage. For the online audience, please turn off your audio and video if you are stepping out. Today's meeting is special because of this is just pre-holy meeting. So now I would like to hand over the stage to our presiding officer. She is a performance marketer by profession. Outside of work, she is part-time digital nomad who loves solo backpacking trips. So help me in welcoming our presiding officer, Rashmi. Over to you.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms, for such a gracious introduction. And apologies, everyone, for such an inconvenience because it's quite challenging to set up the hybrid setup. And I am so glad and I really appreciate Toastmaster Saurabh, Toastmaster Anil, Toastmaster Kashyap, and everyone who helped us to set up the entire hybrid experience. So kudos to everyone and a big round of applause to the ECD. All right, so I welcome you all to 510th meeting. It is a pleasure to see some familiar faces and even more exciting to see some new ones. So let's start with a quick round of introductions. And I would like to invite the guests who can introduce themselves, and we would love to know you a little better. So we don't have any in-person guests today, but we have some online guests. So online guest Sunita, guest Renosh, if you can turn on your camera, show your beautiful faces, and introduce yourself to the club. What brought you here today? Can you hear us, online audience? Dikshita, anyone can confirm if I'm audible? Okay, thank you for the confirmation, Lakshya. Guest Mansi, I believe your guest Sunita. Are you able to hear me? All right, let's move to the second part of the PO address.
Madam
So,
President.
yeah, hi Ranosh.
Hi, greetings to everyone there. I'm actually in my car right now. I'm joining from Dubai. So greetings to all of you, Toastmasters and guests. My name is
procurement. So, the cars are being.
my name is Rinosh Thomas. I'm a distinguished Toastmaster. I'm from Eloquent Toastmasters Club, which is a club chartered in Mumbai. However, we are an online club. I was the founder of a club in District 20 in Bahrain. And I'm right now the president of Eloquent Toastmasters Club. I saw this message in the WhatsApp group and looking forward to this meeting. I might be switching off my mobile due to my location, but wishing all of you the very best. Thank you. Over to you, Madam President.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
hi.
Ranosh. So good to have you with us. Now let's hear from guest Sunita. She's
Yeah,
joining
hi.
us.
Am I audible now? Am I
Yeah,
audible?
loud and clear.
Yeah, thank you. I think I introduced myself last time as well, but for the people who weren't there in the last meeting, my name is Sunita. I'm spearheading the revenue operations for an recruitment industry, recruitment vertical. It's been almost 2 decades of experience in this corporate world. I'm a proud mother of a teen daughter. My interest lies in meditation, spirituality, and reading books. The whole purpose of joining Toastmaster is basically uh, I'm discovering myself, and in this journey of discovering myself, I'm really keen to focus on my personal growth. So that's the whole intent of joining the Toastmaster Club.
Yeah, guest Sunita, you're definitely at the right place, I would say. And we are so delighted to have you. Give a big round of applause for.
Thank you.
All right, before we kick off the session, I would like to proudly welcome one of our members who have rejoined us. So I would like to officially welcome Toastmaster Pratish to Eloquent Toastmasters Club again. Do you mind sharing a quick introduction because we have some new members? Yeah.
So basically, I'm Priti, I'm a lawyer, PSL profession. And I joined the club December in 24. So during my speech, I've hardly given any speeches, but I discovered that I have a humorous angle and I can perform theater plays on my own without any support. So I am kind of making a script for the next series of my play, which hopefully will be completed by this weekend. So next Saturday I shall be coming with a speech.
Wow. I can't wait to see your speech, to see the script that you've created. All right. So it's time to invite the Toastmasters of the day. And before I invite Toastmasters of the day, I will be making a special announcement at the end of the meeting. So make sure you stick till the end, especially the online audience. All right. So our Toastmasters of the day, he is an HR profession and he works with the Expedia Group. And he's also representing the club at the area level in international speech contest. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Bhavesh to the stage. Toast. Hi, everybody. Hi. Hello.
At the right time. Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Bhavesh, the art of self-intimacy, the art of self-intimacy, Toastmaster Bhavesh.
Thank you so much. Quick audio video check for the online audience. Am I audible? Thumbs up. Okay. And I would also urge Renosh, Avni, Lakshya, Kashyap to please turn on the cameras and come online. Just give us a couple of seconds. Great. So we'll start the session, and I want you all to leave everything which you are doing and just hear me out. With me, Avni, Kashyap, Renosh, Dikshita, Lakshya, and there's this, I think, one more person who is joined by some name which I can't read in another language. Whosoever you are, please come on. Okay. Nice to see you, sir. Great. I want you to leave everything which you are doing right now, please. Avni, can you come on the camera? Kashyap, Renosh, if possible.
Bhavesh, just we are able to see the in-person audience in our view. Can you please pin it to yourself?
It's both available to me, Lakshya.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think the pinned section is of in-person audience rather than the Toastmaster screen.
On my screen, I can see both the pin section of TM Bhavesh and the in-person audience.
Yeah, I think you'll have to swipe Lakshya.
Now I can see. Now I can see you, Bhavesh.
Great, great. With me, Avni,
Yes.
can you come on the camera, if possible? Kashyap joining from Dubai, I'm assuming. Kashyap as well. He's in Dubai. Great. Anurag, leave everything. Just be with me. Leave the pen. No, just leave the pen. Just leave the pen right now. Okay. Let's do this like one fine exercise. I want you all to firmly place your feet on the ground. Firmly place both of your feet on the ground. The online audience with me. Back straight. Shoulders straight. Chest out. Back straight. And gently place your hands on your lap. Close your eyes. And just hear what I say and just do as I instruct you all to do. Rashmi, close. Now imagine that there is a ball of light beneath the ground, which is slowly entering your body through your feet, and it is rising upwards. It is reaching your knees, going through your thighs, your hips, and it has now reached your torso. Hold that ball of light in your stomach. It is slowly rising upwards and it has reached your shoulders, your chest area. Hold the ball of light in your chest area. Now it is reaching your neck. Now it has come in your face, and just hold this ball of light between the point between your eyebrows. Be very aware and mindful of the energy around you, air around you. Feel the air on your skin. And just keep focusing on the ball of light which you are holding between your eyebrows. Be with this feeling for a couple of minutes, and as and when you would like to come back to your consciousness, you're free to do so. Everybody with me? How do we all feel now?
Awesome. Yeah. Cool, relax.
More,
Light.
cen- more centered, more light. That is going to be the theme of the day as well. Very good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Bhavish Mitwani, and I am going to be the Toastmaster of the day for this session. For the benefit of guests, it is my imperative responsibility to set the agenda of the meeting in place. Any typical Toastmaster meeting comprises three sections. The first is the prepared speech section, where the prepared speakers would come along and they will be presenting their prepared speeches for 5 to 7 minutes, which will be followed up by the most fun and the exhilarating round of any Toastmasters, I think, session. And guests are more than welcome to participate. It is called the table topic session. It is a form of an impromptu speaking where the table topic master would come along, will be providing you with the impromptu topics, and you have to think on your feet and say for around 1 to 2 minutes, which will be followed up by the general evaluation section. And our general evaluator would come along and he or she will be providing with the feedback, the good, bad, ugly aspects of the meeting. How can we improve ourselves in the further meeting? So without any further ado, I would like to call the general evaluator for this meeting, who is going to be Toastmaster Anurag. Now, a bit about him. He's an IT professional. He's coming from the state of Jammu and Kashmir, my bad. And his hobbies are to actually read books based on meditation, self-help, and he's a veteran of our club. And the feedback which he will be providing at the end of the session is going to be so meaningful, I think, full of insights. So I think he's your guy if you want to improve further after this meeting. With a thunderous round of applause, please welcome.
Thank you so much for such a thunderous appreciation. Good morning, everyone. Let me tell you a small story. When very first time I heard my recording, I was literally shocked. I felt there may be some problem with the instrument. But apparently, that wasn't the case. It was me only. And until that moment, I wasn't aware how fast I'm speaking, how many filler words I'm using, and how flat my tongue sounds. That recording gave me a perception. It didn't criticize me, it revealed me what I am. So, guys, it's not the appreciation that always takes you further, it's the feedback. What makes you aware where you need to work upon. And today, along with my tag team, we all are going to work as a recording for all of you. Let me call the first member of the tag team, the timer of the day, that was Toastmaster Kashish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. Hi, everyone. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, I will be serving as a timer. As a timer, my responsibility is to track the time of each speaker, and I'll be showing them with these flags so that they can
Time for the speech.
they can manage their speeches within the time. And let me tell you the rules. Like Anurag said, like the Toastmaster of the day mentioned, we are going to have 3 sessions in the meeting. For the first session is prepared speech. The prepared speech is going to be the time limit for the prepared speech is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I show you the green card. At 4 minutes, at 6 minutes, I'll show you the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, I'll show you the red card. The second section will be the table topics, which the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll show you the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I'll show you the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll show you the red card. And lastly, the valuation, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll show you the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I'll show you the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I'll show you the red card. After the red card, the speaker will have 30 seconds to conclude. And at the end of the meeting, I'll present my report. So all the best to all the speakers, and over to you, Anurag.
Thank you so much. Thank you for revealing in detail. Now let me call that this is most critical part. Sometimes we give out the best and the impressive speech, and then we came to know we were over by 2 minutes. That led to disqualifications. Now let me call the next role player, that is the off counter. Let me call on stage Toastmaster Pratish for this role.
Yes, best as on date.
Still consider you as a member. Always well.
So basically, I shall be counting the filler words. Filler words are basically and, well, but, so, and you know. Those are overused words, and I listen for filler words, including and I'll also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase, such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I'll report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. About this role, when you will start realizing this role and then you compare it in your corporate life when you are working, then you'll say, oh, my boss who was idle for me, how many fillers he's using? The over here. So that level of nuance expertise will come when you work on this particular. Now let me call that grammarian of the day, who's ex-president of our club, Toastmaster Dikshita. Over to you.
Hi, everybody. Today I'm playing the role of a grammarian, where I would basically highlight the good uses of the language and not so good uses of the language. And as a grammarian, it is my duty to introduce the word of the day as well as the idiom of the day. So the word of the day is wholeness, which means well-being, it means a soundness. It's like a well-being in mind, soul or spirit. So you can use it in sentences like, there has been a period of healing towards wellness, or you can use it as a, she felt a deep sense of wholeness after finishing the project. And the idiom of the day is sit with yourself. It means spend intentional time in self reflection. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to sit yourself and think about your life. And I request all the speakers to show a thumbs up whenever the word and the idiom of the day is used during the meeting. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dikshita. Good to hear today the word and the phrase of the day are aligned with the theme of the day. With this, I would like to hand over the stage back to the team of the day, Toastmaster.
Harish.
Harish.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anurag. A big round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for introducing yourself and your team as well. Rakshita, you mind actually putting the word of the day and the phrase of the day in the Zoom chat?
Yes, I am doing that.
Amazing. With me, everybody? Great. Let's dive deep into the theme, the art of self-intimacy. How soon do you feel comfortable in your own skin when you walk into a room full of strangers? Or how late you start to feel comfortable in your own skin when you walk into a room full of strangers? A party, a networking event, a social gathering. Let me tell you a brief story. A couple of months ago, I had gone for this networking event, and for the first hour of that networking event, I wasn't there. I was hyper aware of how I was speaking, how I was standing, how I was looking, fixing my hair every few seconds, not because it needed fixing, but because my nervous energy did. But after an hour, something snapped, something switched, and I started realizing that I'm breathing normally. My shoulders dropped. I started speaking effortlessly. I started listening genuinely. and I started laughing naturally. But it took me an hour, and after that realization, I asked myself this very pertinent question that had I walked into this networking event with what I'm feeling right now, I wouldn't have wasted that 1 hour of my event. And I would have been more natural, I would have been more with myself. And I don't know how to do that. And then I was able to relate this factor to the imposter syndrome concept. Anyone in the room or in the online audience who is aware about this term of imposter syndrome? Rashmi.
When deep down you know that you're good at something, but you self-doubt. You
Yeah.
feel that, other person is better than you.
Great. Any other thoughts from the virtual audience? Imposter syndrome,
Self-sabotage.
self-sabotage. Great. Any other thoughts?
When you portray someone else's personality in yours.
Okay, I take that.
When otherwise you are comfortable with yourself, but in the presence of a group, you start losing your confidence, your self-worth, and start doubting yourself.
Great point, Mansi. Thank you so much. Sorry, I think her name is Sunita. Or Mansi.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. Yeah, you can call that.
One in the same thing. Okay. What's there in a name? Shakespeare said. Yeah, Dikshita. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, when your mind keeps saying that you can't do anything and the whole world knows better than you.
Yeah, great. Another short story. The first time I came to Gurgaon, I came because I got an internship opportunity. It was the very first time I stepped out of my tier 3 hometown, came back to this sprawling metropolis of Gurgaon. And the first day I walked into my office, I saw this grandeur of office, this magnificent building. My manager was standing right there. She welcomed me. We had a cup of coffee. It took me 1 week for me to be comfortable with that environment because even though I earned that internship, even though I worked really hard for it, imposter syndrome is about you thinking that you're not worthy of your own achievements. How do we fix it? I don't have answers, guys. I'm looking for the answers here.
Great confidence.
Faking till you make it. How difficult is that, though?
So when I enter into any networking event or any other event where there is huge, battle with nervousness, I tell myself that everybody owes me a money here. So then I feel confident.
Great mentality, great mindset, I must say. How do we fix imposter syndrome? If anybody else is also suffering from the same, because I am and I don't have an answer. Yes, Lakshya.
Accepting that it is normal to feel it in the first few minutes, hours, or days. The acceptance would be the first step, and then realizing, and then slowly going towards the calmer stage.
Acceptance, yes.
Can I add? Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. I think it's not to wait for that moment when you really start feeling imposter syndrome. It's like your daily actions wherein you keep reaffirming it to yourself that you are worthy, you're confident. So it's like daily little micro habits that basically start working in your favor in that journey.
Yeah, acceptance, positive affirmations, picking till you making it. Rashmi wanted to add something.
Yeah, I think Mansi is right. I just want to add to that daily habits, of course, matter, but challenging yourself more, putting yourself into those situations. I think first will feel very uncomfortable, very awkward, but then over time you might get used to it.
Okay. So really actually working on yourself by putting yourself outside your comfort zone, challenging yourself. Great point, Arjun.
By changing your mindset, understanding that it's not your weakness, it's your strength. It's good to feel that because it makes you humble. Pride does not set in.
Great, profound stuff on a Saturday morning. Thank you so much for that as well. Any other reflections, thoughts? I'll just take one more.
Basically, self-talk. How do you change your mindset and based on self? So if my self-talk is self-sabotaging, or it's like I'm not good enough, or how will I be? I'll be judged. So if it is negative, then the nervousness will take more.
So changing the mindset, making it acceptance, putting yourself in those challenging shoes. So we'll try and implement all these solutions during the course of the next 2 hours, and we'll see if we'll get successful at the rectification of this imposter syndrome, if I may call it that way. Great. With that, let's dive deep into the first section of the meeting, which is the prepared speech section. In this section, we have got two amazing speakers for the day. The first one is Toastmaster Anil Shukla. A bit about him. He is a business lead. He's a cricket enthusiast, and he believes that sports, it teaches you leadership. And he will be giving your, I think you'll be giving your icebreaker speech. So after the completion of his speech, if I may request everyone to give him a standing ovation as a symbol of support, because it will be his very first speech in our club. So prior to me calling him on the physical dais, I would like to call his evaluator, who's going to be Toastmaster Rashmi, and I'd love for you to explain the speech objectives of a target speaker.
Okay. My target speaker, Toastmaster Anil, as TMOD said that he'll be delivering his icebreaker speech from the Pathway Engaging Humor, Level 1, Project 1. And the purpose of his speech is to work on his body language and vocal variety. I wish you all the very best. And we are all here to support you. And I will leave it to Toastmasters of the day to reveal the topic, the title of your speech. And the timing is 4 to 6 minutes, minimum 4 minutes, maximum 6 minutes, with the grace timing of 30 seconds. 6 minutes, 30 seconds is the maximum time. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Rashmi.
Yeah, it's commentary to communication.
Commentary to communication.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Anil Shukla, commentary to communication.
Communication.
Commentary to communication, Toastmaster Anil Shukla.
Yeah. So they say Toastmaster converts nervous speakers into confident communicators. I was already nervous and completely silent. Yes, silent. In childhood, I was inspired by great leaders. The leaders who moved nations, inspired teams, and transformed organizations. And I found one common thing among these leaders, and that was they were powerful, emotional communicators. They did not deliver speeches, they delivered emotions. But my life in childhood was slightly different. In childhood, cricket commentary was my first language. Even before learning speaking, even before to learn speak Hindi properly or to speak English properly, I learned about cricket. If you would have asked me in my childhood, what is my vision, what is my dream, I would have said that it is a straight drive, it is a cover drive, and it is a mid wicket six. But during one summer vacation, my life changed the direction. My cousin, who completed his first year in IIT Guwahati, and during our evening walks, he was mentioning about his college life and his hostel life. he was mentioning in the night they play cricket, they play basketball, and they hang up with the girls even up to late night. And that was something which stuck with me. And that evening I decided I want to become engineer. But deep down, another dream was for me. And that dream was one day I want to speak like the leaders I admire. College gave me first opportunity. It was NSS 10 days national camp. I decided to participate in this camp. I went on the stage. I delivered my speech. I was confident. But feedback was mixed. And sometimes mixed feedback hurts even more than rejection. Instead of asking how to improve this, I asked myself, I am not meant for this. And that was my first regret. After college, I joined Nestle. Life was moving forward, and I got second opportunity. There was a meeting, and I decided to participate in that. I was called on the stage, and when I started speaking, fear hijacked my intelligence. My mind was blank. My body was shivering. Somehow I managed to finish the speech. I came down, everyone was enjoying, and in between the crowd, I was feeling alone. But there was one belief that was not ready to die, and that was to become a great leader. You have to become a great communicator. After later 2 3 years, again Destiny gave me one more opportunity, and this time it was in Africa. I was representing Valencia, Africa, but this time I did something different. I did not rehearse the slides. I rehearsed my emotions. I did not prepare the content, but I prepared my own story. And when I went on the stage, I delivered the speech. I kept one thing in my mind: what single message I want to leave with the audience. After finishing the audience, after finishing my speech, there was applause. Not a normal or formal applause, it was a sustained 1 minute applause. And I came to know I have not delivered the speech, I have found my own voice. Later on, I thought what different I did this time. So I was able to speak confidently. And I found three things. First is the well prepared speech is well delivered speech. Second is the thoughts in your mind controls your body. And third is to convey emotions, you have to have a story. So this way my life started changing. And if today someone asks me, what is your future vision? I do not say it's a state drive, it's cover drive, it's a brigade 6. I say to speak with confidence, to communicate with heart, and to lead with clarity. Thanks. Over to you.
How many of us were able to resonate what he was speaking about? Quick raise of hands. People are occupied, they're not listening to me. Yeah, thank you so much, Nancy, Dikshita. Great. I'll just provide 1 minute for the audiences to actually give feedback to our speaker in the WhatsApp groups. You can use the guest WhatsApp group and the member WhatsApp group to share your feedback for Toastmaster Anand. I think you'll not be a part of the guest. Let me share her number with you. No, let me share her number. Hi Anurag, I think we are meeting for the first time. Welcome to our club. Thank you so much for being with us. Rhythm, where did you go? Lakshya, please be on camera. Dikshita, Kashyap won't listen to me for sure. Great, 1 minute is over. Timer. Great. All right, let's hop on to the second speaker. And he is going to be Toastmaster Arjun. Now, there are few folks whom you meet and you would like to adulate them. You would like to incorporate what they have, their qualities and their behavior inside of you. And Toastmaster Arjun is one of those people in my life. He is an engineer by education. Thank you so much, Kashyap, for coming on the camera. He is an engineer by profession, but currently he's serving as a missionary at ISKCON Temple. He is enthusiastic about knowing the science behind spirituality. And he'll be giving his speech today. But before I invite him on the physical dais, I'd like to call his speech evaluator, who is going to be Toastmaster Bhavesh Mitwani, me. Now, my speaker would be giving his level 3 speech from the Pathway Presentation Mastery. The purpose of his speech is going to be to actually narrate a story within his speech. And timer, please note that the timing of his speech would be 5 to 7 minutes. Back to the T mod. With a thunderous round of applause, with a big round of applause, I'd like to call Toastmaster Arjun on the physical decks. Toastmaster Arjun, powerless Toastmaster Arjun.
Imagine you are walking through a forest. Suddenly you see a tiger chasing you. Your stomach drops, your heart pounds, you run as fast as you can to reach the edge of the cliff and jump, grabbing hold of a tree branch. You look down, hoping you can drop. You see a huge python, its mouth open, waiting. You look up, the tiger is still there, roaring. What do you do when life traps you on all sides and you feel powerless? December 2004. I was 23, standing in the middle of a river with friends, laughing and splashing water on each other. Suddenly, the water level rose. Our feet could no longer touch the ground. I expected a hand to reach me. A hand did reach, but not to save. It took support from my body and pushed itself out. I started drowning. My vision dimmed, my chest tightened, my body froze. I lay there under the water, counting my final moments, like a lamp burning down to its last flicker. What do you do when every escape disappears and you feel powerless. As I lay there, sinking, my mind flashed back. October 1984. I was 3 when our world changed. My dad's business failed. He tried job after job, but nothing worked. We didn't have money to pay our school fees or house rent. My mom, she took up a humble job, knitting sweaters late at night, just to keep our house running. My dad found out and said, "This responsibility is mine. You better stay home. I will find a way." I'd never heard my dad raise his voice at my mom until that night. I looked at my mom. Tears glided down her eyes. I stared at my dad, wondering when our old happy days would return. Tension settled over the house like a thick, silent fog. What do you do when life tightens its grip and you're left powerless? Every evening, I waited at the door for my dad to come home with a chocolate. For months, he returned without one. One day, my mom called my younger brother and me, asked us to sit down, held our hands, and together we echoed her words. Our family is suffering. Our dad does not have a job. Please help him become a development officer. Help us. We are powerless. We said this simple prayer every day. A week later, my dad walked in, beaming, holding a small packet. He opened it, chocolates. He grabbed his arms around us and said, "I am a development officer now." Our hearts filled like a balloon about to burst with happiness. I looked at my mom. Tears rolled down her eyes. But this time, she was smiling. She closed her eyes in joy. I closed mine in pain. The sound of rushing water grew louder. I was no more 3. I was fighting for my life. Nearly unconscious, I heard a splash. Nearly unconscious, my mind screamed out, "Someone please help me. I'm powerless." Almost immediately, I heard a splash. A friend had jumped into the water, not caring for the blocks below. He swam toward me, grabbed me, and dragged me out of the water. I lay there, the sun burning my eyes, the water rushing past, wondering, am I awake or am I dreaming? For a few seconds, I did not know whether to first thank my friend who saved me or to check if I was still alive. Sometimes life pushes you to the edge, hanging by a branch. Above you, fear rose. Below you, doubt tightens. Trapped. Paths collapse. Power crumbles. Now tell me, what would you do? Will you cling to control? Or will you let go and call out? When you are powerless, and you will be, it won't be the branch, not your grip, not your glory. It would be the moment You let go and call out. Your greatest power is born in your deepest powerlessness. Thank you.
I'll give you guys actually 1 minute to write the feedback as I'm also wrapping my evaluation on the WhatsApp groups. Sorry, sir, is your name Bodhisattva? You are Bodhisattva.
Yeah, that's me.
Great. Thank you. Just wanted to check.
So, for the audience, Bodhisattva is somebody. So, I practice Nichiren Daishin in Buddhism, and Bodhisattva is a Buddha in action.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing that, Mansi, Sunita. Everyone, the same thing. Great. Toastmaster, another feedback for you coming from Toastmaster Mansi is the poise with which he carried the whole narration was amazing. Calm, composed, and smooth. Truly resonated with the topic and speech. Lakshya is saying that Toastmaster, Anil, you're beginning from leader examples and cricket examples of. I think it was a great start. You had clarity of thought and it was visible the way you were speaking. Kudos, and I think your words and sentences were the highlight to her. Lakshya is saying for Toastmaster Arjun, he's not here, but I think he'll be able to read it later. Your attention grabbing capacity through use of vocal variety and use of dates during the sentence is one thing I will use in my further speeches. Yeah, I think that was a learning for me as well. And thank you for helping me with my evaluation as well, Lakshya. I have one more pointer. Great. With that, we are coming to the end of the first section of this meeting. How are we feeling, peeps? How are we feeling? Inspired? Wonderful? Great. Thank you, Anurag. Kashyap is not feeling anything. Rhythm? Dikshita? Charged up. Okay. Thank you so much for all these adjectives. Coming back to the theme. There is great feedback by them. Great. Are you all with me? Can we talk more about the theme? Or is it already becoming a boring theme? I can cut it short as well.
Continue.
It is boring?
No. Continue.
Definitely not.
Great. Let's come back to the theme. I want to talk about two more concepts of knowing yourself and be yourself. We all have heard this advice: be yourself, know yourself, be yourself, know yourself. Controversial opinion, unpopular opinion, both these topics are highly overrated for me. I think hear me out. Knowing yourself. Why do you have to take yourself so seriously that you have to know yourself? How important you are as a person in the larger scheme of things? And do you even know yourself? Whenever we ask people about themselves, they start talking about that I'm a software engineer, I work with this company, I'm a fitness freak, I love pets, I'm a white Asian, I'm a feminist, I lead a business. All these identities and labels would just describe what you are, but not who you are. With me? Yeah. So, do we even know ourselves, and why do you have to attach so much of self-importance to yourself? Isn't this thrive or this desire of knowing yourself germinating from your ego? Are you important enough in the larger scheme of things for you to know yourself? I leave that thought with you. The second is being yourself. How can you be yourself? When I'm coming on this stage, I have this much of nervous energy. I don't want to speak, but I am speaking, right? I'm not being true to myself. When Pritish said that you have to fake it, are you actually being yourself while faking it? Just be yourself. Go out there and be yourself. What is this? With me? Any thoughts, any reflections? I think the only time you are yourself and you know yourself is the time when you're sitting alone in your room, staring at a wall and doing nothing. Nothingness is the art of self-intimacy.
I think I have a thought to add to this.
Please.
I was watching a movie a long time back, and there, a father was just teaching his daughter the values and how life works, and that silly kid was asking random questions to father, and dad did not know the answer, and the dad said it's good to have faith in what you believe. Like if you believe in God, it's good to have the faith, but then don't block yourself, and don't think that you know everything, because you will get a lot of surprises in life.
Great.
Even if you believe in yourself, it's good to have faith in what you believe, but then you will be surprised by life every now and then.
I think following up to what she said, you can only be yourself when your values are being in question. When your values are being questioned, you would be yourself when your ideologies are at place. You will be yourself when you yourself are being questioned. You can be yourself. How many times has it happened for all of us that we wanted to react or respond in a certain manner to somebody, but we had to refrain from that feeling and we go like, yeah, I understand your point. Let me get back to you. And we wanted to slap that person, but can we do that? We want to abuse that person, but can we do that? Are we being ourselves in that moment? When I had actually walked into that networking event for the first 1 hour, I wasn't being myself. I'm still on this stage, I'm faking it. I have this filter, I have this mask where I'm performing. I'm not true to myself. Stop being yourself if you want to succeed. Controversial thought, right?
Yeah, I have contradicting thoughts here. So, when you wanted to slap somebody and you did not, you rather paused and say, "Let me get back to you." That's not because you're not being yourself, but you internally know there's a better response mechanism to it. Somewhere your mind knows about it that there's something. I mean, there is a plan, better plan to it, and then you pause so that your nervous system relaxes, and then you respond and not react. That pause that you took before slapping the other person was not uh, hiding your own self from your reality. It was teaching at that calm state where you can choose to respond.
Great. And I would love these contradictions and I think I would love for all of you to oppose me in this moment. Because what she's saying, you chose to not react in a certain manner. You chose to act in a way which will be appreciated, which is like more sophisticated way of doing it, which is more harmonious way of doing it. Comes a filter. But our raw animal instincts, they'll always be the first instincts, and those are the instincts which will actually define who you are. Any reflections again? Open to thoughts, stories.
I believe our traits now, we have positive and negative both the trait. And how do we kind of bring the positive one during situations which are tough? The negative one we keep aside.
Yeah.
That makes a difference. That counts as a person who is right.
Can we connect this with one thing? What you're saying, not to be yourself, just act, right? So let's say in life, because we are not ourselves, and in acting, everyone makes mistake. They have to take rehearsals, right? Retake. So, like, we are not ourselves. That's why we are making mistakes. That's why we are doing things which we should not do. And then we do mistake, then come back to the to our real self. Then again we lose our real self. Then again make mistake. So it is like this way. I'm just trying to understand.
Open to thoughts and reflections. I do not have an answer. I am not claiming myself to be an expert at this topic. This is a session where we'll reflect. We'll have opinions. And I would like to pick certain people who haven't spoken yet. Ina.
I didn't want to. Okay. Let me introduce myself, saying who you are. So I have the pleasure of working with Bhavish right now.
Can you be a bit louder so that they can also hear?
Yeah,
Maybe
sure.
come to the stage.
Yeah.
Can you call on the stage, please? Yeah.
She's coming on the stage.
I'm not a Toastmaster. I'm not an expert in, kind of standing on stages and talking, but loved. The reason I'm here is I saw the post on Insta and I was like, okay, I need some social interaction. I need to, meet people and know what this person's up to and also probably gather some thoughts and learnings from all of you. So that's why I'm here. What do you want me to?
Any thoughts, reflection on the topic that we're talking about?
Okay, for me, okay, how much time do I have? 2 minutes?
You can speak for a minute too. Yeah.
Okay, done. So as I entered in, I was like, where am I coming? What am I going to do? Am I the right person here? The context, all of that came to my mind. The topic, of course, is pretty interesting to me because I am, like what you said, who you are. In terms of the role that I play, I also play the role of a therapist and a coach. And so I'm able to connect the dots of, where all kinds of thoughts come. In terms of, self-intimacy for me is like being in touch with myself. So when I say being in touch with myself, it's being aware. And one thing which kind of brings me back to the moment is my breath. So when you experience fear, to even pause and breathe and just get into the moment and to acknowledge that this is my feeling at this point of time. Right? And you may choose to express, you may choose not to express. You could do what you want to do with that, but to acknowledge to yourself that this is what it is. Somebody spoke about acceptance, push over, guess. And the next thing is about doing is your behavior, right? So it's different aspects, your beliefs, your behavior, your actions. So all of it is there. But yeah, presence for me is just to acknowledge myself in a particular situation, and what you do with it has repercussions. So you choose, you can't slap somebody. You acknowledge the fact that yes, I am angry with this person. And the anger is also coming from a place, something is causing that, right? To also being aware of, okay, where is this coming from? And then you need some time to process it and then do what you need to do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank you so much, Ina. Years of experience spoke, ladies and gentlemen, and so wisely, Ina.
I do have one thought here.
Yes, Anurag, please.
So, what I believe, no matter how much we can discuss and debate on this, being in the social setup and in a corporate life, being yourself all the time is not possible and it's not advisable to.
Yeah.
As a human being, our wild instincts, dil to bacha hai. So I think the most we can do, whatever I think Manisha has just and she has Mansi has just shown here. If we can give some time to ourselves, maybe in the morning, maybe in the late evening, to be yourself, just like you propose, to be sitting in the room, doing nothing is nothing, not allowing even the thoughts to come to your mind. If you can spend that moment with yourself, you can stop your chatter mind for a few moments, few while, that will, energize you keep you calm, composed, and to handle the difficult situations in life. That's what we're going to do, and we should aim for. That's what I believe.
Great, great. Thank you for that. The intent for me to actually choose this topic was not to trigger anybody, was actually just for yourself to think and reflect and to speak and to actually have these conversations going. And that's why I was being a devil's advocate for the first half of the session. But I truly believe the true power comes with being yourself. And we have to like just hone that mastery. We have to just come to that point where being ourselves is the first and the most accepted way as a human being which we can achieve. With that thought, I would love for us to jump to the second section of the meeting, which is going to be the table topic session. Guests are more than welcome to participate. It is going to be an impromptu session where the topics will be thrown at yourself and then you'll have to just speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And our table topic master for this is going to be Toastmaster Saurabh. Let me take you for the question. Both of them. Oh, great. So I think he's a veteran at this role and he'll be giving us a lot of exhilarating, mind-numbing, reflective thoughts, if I may say so. Yeah, I think over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavesh. Good afternoon, all of you, your Toastmasters guest. Are you ready? Yeah. Online audience, I can't hear your voice. Just to make it loud.
Yes, yes.
First,
absolutely.
Kashyap, and please open your camera. And what's the name? No, not the
Mansi.
the side what is
The person who is not
sparkling the
the sparkling man.
Sparkling man, not sure what's the name.
Hi.
he opened his camera
But
also.
Anurag, guest Anurag also.
Yes,
Yeah.
hi. Because his name's already in my just field of wheel. So just if he's selected, so how can we approach it? I think in this. Oh, okay. Dear fellow Toastmasters, and yes, I am Saurabh today. I'm your table topic master. What is the best thing about table topic master? Guest, for master, I can choose anybody. As the audience, I always fear if Toastmaster Bhavesh is table topic master, yeah, I'm on the stage. And that's I fear a lot if someone can choose me on the from the audience. So I always take table topic master because it's the easiest for me. And one of the interesting part of the meeting is that guests you can participate and the stage is yours. Let me tell you the rules of of this session. I will assign you a topic. You have 10-15 seconds for thinking. Now then you can start and you have to speak 1 to 2 minutes and that. It's very easy. Push yourself. Guests, please push yourself. Now let me start the session. Okay, just let me share the screen. Okay, just let me.
Very creative.
Pin. So, okay. Online audience, can you see my screen?
Yes, they can see.
Yes.
So I have two tabs. Like this is for the table for the table mass. Sorry, not table. Toastmaster, and the other I have for guest. Okay. So I have two feed of wheels, guest as well, and for Toastmaster as well. And guys, can you start?
Yeah.
Excited. Let's count 3 to 1 as a backward. Audience, please.
3,
2, 1.
1.
Okay, let's spin for from table. Let's see. Toastmaster Kashyap. Just Anil, can you just pin it?
Can you?
Put the participation step. Kashyap. Kashyap, just can you open your camera?
We can stop sharing the screen maybe and hide spotlight him. Now spotlight.
Kashyap? Kashyap, are you there?
We will respond. Maybe someone else can take his role. You can ask open anyone who wants it.
Someone can volunteer.
Anybody can volunteer yourself in the replacement of Kashyap, or should I choose?
You can choose anybody.
Anil,
You
come.
choose. Lakshya is interested.
Anil.
Next we can.
Yeah, I have to stay the way.
Okay.
Toastmasters Anil, your topic is who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when no one is watching? Toastmaster Anil, over to you. Take your 10-15 seconds for thinking and start.
Okay. So who are you when no one is watching? It was COVID time, 2020. We were not able to go out. We have to stay in home alone for 24 hours. We have to cook by ourselves. We have to entertain by ourselves. And that was very tough time. That was the time when I hope we all of us realized who we are. Because when you get lot of time, then only you start spending time with yourself. And same happened with me. I was bored with the movies, with the shows, so I picked up some books. I started reading. There was couple of books like mindset, subconscious power of subconscious mind. I read these kind of books first time in my life, and you won't believe they opened so many doors of life. And then I realized what I'm doing, why I was getting bored when I can be the most happiest person with myself. Why I'm looking other things. Changing. Thank you. Oh, it was- Thank you for watching.
Now come to the guest. Let's spin the wheel and
What do we just point to guess?
Yes.
Just point to guess.
that sparkle guy. That sparkle guy. I don't know how to deal with that guy.
How do you deal with that guy? Okay. Remove her. Him. Anurag, you were right.
Yes, Reena.
I was wishing it's not me, but I think it's
Love you stop very fun. Yes, Reena. Your topic. Have you ever said yes when you meant no? Have you ever said yes meant have you ever said yes when you meant no? Over to you. Yes, Reena.
Thank you.
Take it 10-15 seconds.
Have you heard the syndrome good girl? That's me, if I need to define myself and my past. That's been the pattern of life from childhood, saying yes, even if I meant no, repeatedly, because that was the way of survival and the culture of my house. the so-called, sweet angel, right? Parents loved me, relatives loved me. School, I was silent, I would do my work, obedient, surprise my parents. I would clean the kitchen, my mom would be very happy. My dad would by heart all my grades and flaunt it. I was a trophy child. So many times, if somebody asked me, mom would ask, do you want Horlicks or milk? I would say, anything, mom. I didn't know my favorite dish. And that continued even when I got married with my husband and my in laws. Have you heard? My mother in law loved me more than her son. And why? Because I was so pleasant and pleasing to everyone. Well, the same pattern repeated in every organization that I worked. All the businesses loved me. My manager loved me. I grew to a certain level. Why? Because I would say yes to business even if I meant no. It took me a lot of reflection and a self journey to stop, to pause, because I was bleeding, giving, saying yes. But yes, enough of challenges brought me to a point to pause, reflect, and draw my boundaries.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think it's very hard to say no. I think for me, it's very hard. Let come to that. Let's remove that question and once again, Anjali, you want to-
I think you can rotate if my need will come, someone else.
Let's start. Toastmaster Dikshita.
Yeah. We had to make you speak, Dikshita.
Dikshita, Toastmaster Dikshita, your topic is what what emotion do you avoid the most? What emotion do you avoid the most? Toastmaster Dikshita, over to you. Yes.
As I've been a part of this club, I think almost 1.5 years, and I think by this time, I think everybody knows that face has my face actually talks. Okay, so whenever I feel bad or if I'm not okay with something, it actually says. So you can look at my face and and easily say that I'm not okay with this thing, and I'm very clear about it. But if I'm at my workplace, the most emotion I would not show is like, if something is not okay, I will never want to say, oh, that I'm not okay with this. I will make a face, and I will have trained my mind, I think, to work on that space where I make sure that even I'm not okay with that, I have a not a pleasant smile, but something would say that, yeah, I'm okay with this. But then I have trained myself pretty well at workplace so that I have a very straight face at work and I'm okay with everything that comes and I just can't say no. So I think that phase I need to work on that, but I have trained myself, so hence not been able to work on that. I think I'll something, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dikshita, for your time.
How much time we have?
We can take one.
One more. Let's go for guest.
Mansi or Anurag, na?
Yeah,
Mansi, Anurag.
yeah, I was just guest Anurag.
Yes.
This is Anurag.
We can take one more guest.
I think yes. Okay.
Couple more minutes. Yeah.
Guest Anurag.
Yes, hi.
Uh, your topic is success or one second. Uh, uh, Your topic is what does being alone mean to you? What does being alone mean to you? Over to you, Anurag.
Okay. Okay. So this is very first time in Toastmaster, and I'm here for improving my English speaking. So okay. So yeah. Can you repeat again?
What does being alone mean to you? What does being alone mean to you?
Okay. So yes. From okay. So I can okay. Let me share a story. So I think मैं समझा पाऊँ. So if I feel like that when I was in my school, so uh, there was one my group, and there are some peoples like my friends, like my friends, like there are some peoples I love them, but when my school is over, and we all we all we all choose their career paths, and I feel alone when I choose my career, but sorry for I feel alone when I first I decide that my career is this, and when I go for my I'm very nervous, so I think I can't do this, so let's pass this.
It's okay, Anurag. Thank you so much.
Thank you for attempting this, Anurag.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're now for attending. I can take one more, right?
Yeah, the other guest.
Okay, other
Yes,
guest is
Sunita.
Sunita.
Yes.
Okay, Sunita. Let me spotlight.
Hmm?
Guest Sunita.
Yeah.
Yes, Sunita, your topic is do you speak kindly to yourself? Do you speak kindly to yourself? Over to you, guest Sunita. Take your time and start.
Hmm. So, okay, I'll start. Kindness to myself is not an option that I have. That's a mandatory thing to have. The first person I think on this planet one could really value is your own self. The chatter in your mind, that you have a constant chatter in your mind that chooses you react in a situation or respond to that situation. You get on a fight or you really embrace that situation calmly. It's not something external, it's all internal. It's actually a culmination of the thoughts you had in your mind, a constant thought you run in your mind about your own self. So for me, kindness for my own self is my biggest priority. Thank you.
Thank you. Guest Sunita. Thank you, dear guests and fellow Masters. Thank you for your time and participations. Now, I'm handing the stage over to the keyboard of the day, over to you.
Big round of applause for Toastmasters Saurabh for this amazing creativity which you showcase. Great innovation.
Thank you so much.
Everything
Great to just you can left the meeting. Just not music. Yeah. Cool.
Quickly, we have the paucity of time, so just to conclude my thoughts, I'll take quick reflections across the room. This is actually my go-to mechanism to wrap up the meeting as well. We'll start with I think just one word, one-liner reflection, any highlight, any thought which is just popping in your head, just say it out loud. We'll start from Pritish. Don't look at me like this. I'm taking your own.
Was very innovative and nice reflective way. to stay in the present. This is what this session taught.
Great. Anurag?
Me time is very much required.
Sir, I don't know your name.
Sagar.
Sagar.
See, me time is very important.
Okay, Saurav?
Huh?
Okay, you are occupied. Kashish?
Learn a new thing about imposter syndrome. I think I might have it, so I worked on it.
Great. Veena, any reflection thought?
Very inspiring to see each one of the journeys and share.
Great. Arvind?
Be yourself.
Yes, sir. Anil?
Act is also required sometimes, but again, be yourself. That is a long term.
I think, yeah, accept yourself, think about the decision, and a lot of controversial opinions. So I think I have to sit with myself and think about the topic more.
Great, great. Please. Anurag, any reflection, thought? Just one word, one line.
Yes, you know जो सेल्फ एक्चुअली जो आपने बताया था सेल्फ लव वाला सीन या
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Mansi, Sunita, Buddha Sattva, Bodhisattva.
For me, the reflection is actually among this entirely is prioritize yourself, and the rest will be taken care of. Automatically, you start finding those situations, people around you that make you yourself, and that will help you empower yourself.
Great, thank you. Lakshya?
For me, it was make choices that you don't regret, even if people around you make you feel so.
Yeah.
And that's how you can be yourself.
Even if you're slapping somebody, you shouldn't. I learned that lesson on the harder way. Rhythm.
For me, it is how to be with yourself when things are going against you.
All right. Dikshita, the mother of our club.
Sit with yourself and be kind to yourself.
Great. So I think the unanimous theme of all the reflections which you have shared is like sit with yourself, be with yourself, be kind to yourself, know yourself, be yourself, yourself. Just one piece of advice, and again I'll be speaking against this. Stop taking yourself so seriously that you stop regarding other people as well. That's it. With that, we'll quickly jump to the last section of our meeting, which is going to be the general evaluation section. And for that, I'd love Toastmaster Anurag to come on the physical dais and provide his presentation.
Now it's time to share our recordings, our reflections with all of you. So first of all, we will go with the speech evaluation. For the speaker number first, Toastmaster Arjun, I would like to call her evaluation Toastmaster Rashmi.
First of all, let's start with a big round of applause for the icebreaker speech. Give me a raise of hand if you felt that you want to pursue your dream, but you chose the safe option. During the start of the meeting, you mentioned that you want to pursue your dream, cricket commentary. And you added some vivid actions, like, how that cricket commentary meant so much to you. I felt the moment of deja vu there because you wanted to pursue your particular dream, but you chose the safe option. The world made you choose that safe option, that's your passion. Go, choose BTech. This is a safe option. You will earn a lot of money. Forget about your passion. I felt the moment of deja vu. And you made the story more vivid when you added some actions, that 6 wicket and a lot of other moments. So that added a great layer to your story, and I felt it. Next, I love the structure of your speech. You started with your childhood, then you introduced your cousin, although it would have been better if you added the character and added some conversation to make it more, to give more life to the speech. And then you moved to your job, where first you were working with Nestle, there you felt imposter syndrome. You wanted to become like your leader, you wanted to speak confidently, but you were hell nervous. And there I wanted your expressions. I wanted you to show us that you were nervous, you're shaking, you're shivering. I wanted you to do that. Because when you add more expressions to it, when you add more body movement to it, and when you pause, you let the audience feel, you let the audience consume your content and think about their moment. Because we all have faced that situation in our lives, right? So, the great structure and adding more emotions to it by adding more pauses, I think the speech can go to the next level. And when you move to your job in Africa, that was the moment of your transformation where you bounced back. No matter in your first job, you couldn't present yourself well, but in your second job, you did an amazing thing. Show us that excitement so that we can also feel the same, because we all have bounced back in our lives. We all have, come a long way. Show us that excitement so that we can also feel happy about your achievement and think about our situations and our achievements. Okay, so that is the one recommendation for you, that use your stage, add some expression, start maybe when you start your story of your childhood, then start from here, then move here when you move to different phases of your life, add some expression, add more layers to your story. Although I mostly believe in giving one recommendation at a time, but here is a bonus recommendation for you. What is the difference between a good speaker and a great speaker? A good speaker comes to the stage and starts speaking confidently, of course. That's why he's a good speaker. But a great speaker comes to the stage and he or she takes a long pause. He or she don't speak for maybe a couple of seconds and scan the entire room. That long pause might feel very uncomfortable at the beginning, but you know what it does? It makes the audience curious. They already start anticipating what you're going to talk about, and you already have the audience hooked. So, yeah, if you want your journey from becoming a great speaker, from becoming a great speaker to from a good speaker, then yeah, that's a bonus step for you. And I am looking forward to hearing your next speeches. All the very best. And I was so happy to hear your such a transformational and powerful journey. And I'm so glad that you joined Toastmasters and you honed those skills. And we are seeing the improvement. We are seeing the great transformation in you. So a big round of applause for Toastmaster Hannah. Back to you, Chandra.
Thank you so much. It looked like to be a mini speech in itself. Yes. Now let me call the second evaluator of the day for Toastmaster Arjun. The team out of the day, Toastmaster Bhavesh.
This is for me. The family is suffering. 2023, 1983. I saw a lion. There was a python. I hung onto the cliff. My father came, hugged us, gave us a bunch of chocolates. Highlights. Pure highlights. The story was well structured. I think it was so perfectly blended with what he was trying to convey that in the moments where you feel that everything is going for a toss, just surrender. That is the learning which I had. Great structure, great connecting points, well usage of stage, body language, great, vocal variety. Vocal variety. A bit patchy. A great recommendation for you, I think Arjun, would be when you were speaking about the fact that Our family is suffering. Family is suffering. There's a lot of pace, lot of pace, lot of pace. Show that pace in your body. Depict all that energy which you were feeling in those moments so the audience can visualize what you exactly were feeling in those moments. Another piece of recommendation, I know it for a fact that he'll be using this speech for his contest. Just loosen your body. I think your entire your muscles and your organs were very stiff throughout the speech. You just might want to, woggle a bit and just lose your energy, the muscular stress which you are feeling. And this can actually make you go to the next level as well. Lastly, again, a commendation, something which I also resonated, something which I also try to implement in my day to day life, the message of surrendering. When every controllable factor you might possibly do or take, and still the situations, they're not changing around you. Believe you me, I am going through that phase. You just, I think, surrender. Put all your hard work and then surrender. So you might wanna use this surrender because it is something which came, I'm sure it came to everybody's mind, but the word was lacking there. And you just wanna wrap your story with these connecting points that how these two situations made you a better person in your today's day and age. And it will be a great story from powerless to a powerful story. Back to the G.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavesh, for beautifully sharing the feedback for Toastmaster Arjun. Now, let me call on the stage the table topic evaluator. I think the new role that has been recently introduced in our club. For this, I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Rhythm.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anurag. So before I start evaluating the speeches, I want to congratulate the table topic master, Toastmaster Saurav. I think with such an innovative way, he has right from the way to selecting the participants, making sure the parties existing Toastmasters and guests gets the equal opportunity, and choosing the topics which are well resonated and connected with the theme of the day. So I think very great job for you, Toastmaster Saurav. Now coming on to the table topics. So the first table topic was done by Toastmaster Anil. So I think firstly, Toastmaster Anil, great work, great confidence, showing your hands first. You know, when I think it was for Toastmaster Kashyap, and still like we were looking for volunteers, and you picked your hand first. So that shows the confidence that you have and the faith you have in yourself. One thing I like about your table topic is that you pause for a second and you came up with a story to convey the point. I think that's a very powerful way to convey message because that connects with the audience. So overall, it was a great speech. And one recommendation I have from is I will echo what Toastmaster Rashmi said. If you could add more emotions in your speech, I think that could take it to next level. But overall, it was a very good table topic. Coming on to the next table topic speaker, I think it was guest Reena. So for guest Reena, I think one phrase came to my mind when you came to this when you came to the stage. I think I'll quote in Hindi. So ये बल्लेबाज pavilion से ही set होके आए हैं. So I think that's how I felt because you know you were so like you were so prepared for the speech what you gave. So it was a very powerful message. Again, you used your personal story, and what I liked was the transitions from one stage to another were very smooth. So it was very easy to follow. So one recommendation for you would be, I feel you could make better use of the vocal variety. I feel there was some, like, if you could have changed the pace of your voice based on based on the story you were telling, that could have that could have improved the that could have improved the delivery. Moving on to the next table topic, speaker, Toastmaster Dikshita. So Toastmaster Dikshita, again, I think as always you were brilliant. The topic that was given to you, I think what you described, one thing was coming out was authenticity. So I think that was the greatest takeaway for me from your speech. So overall, it was a wonderful table topic. I believe like you did not make full use of time. Maybe if you can make full use of the time that is allotted, I think that would be better. And lastly, we have the guest Sunita. Her topic was, do you speak kindly to yourself? And I think in the very beginning, the way she has translated it from optional to mandatory was a very powerful message indeed. That sets the tone of what she has described in her speech. And overall, it was a very great speech. Like delivery was very powerful. Again, recommendation for you would be, I think you do not use the complete time. If you could make full use of time, that would be better. But overall, it was a very good delivery. So yeah, so thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Anurag.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jiddu. And now let me call the active listener of the day, Toastmaster Sagar. So in the interest of time, I would say keep it within the time allotted, please. Thank you.
Hi all. My today's role was to sit aside and listen. The same thing what Barbaric did in Mahabharata. But I am forced today to ask questions. So I may be asking you a couple of questions. I hope all of us were present for the today's meeting and aligned to the theme. So let me start. One of the speakers said that he had read a couple of books in COVID. Can someone say which were those books?
Mindset.
I don't answer from them.
Mindset and the power of subconscious mind.
Great. These were the two books that were read. Now coming, or TM Modi said that for one of the conference or a meeting, he was uncomfortable. How much time did he say for that?
1 hour.
Great, bingo.
Ask the online audience.
Yeah. Now let's from the online audience. What was the communication style during his childhood when one of the speakers said his communication styles? Can someone say it from the audience? We will give them the chance. Okay, Toastmaster.
Okay, commentary.
Please.
Yes.
What was the response? What was the answer to the
Commentary.
For Anil, what did he learn from his NSS camp? What was his learning from his NSS camp? Or yeah, please, Dikshita.
To be a great speaker, you have to be a great communicator.
I don't think so. Can someone else?
He wants to speak like good leader.
Good communication for
I think mixed feedback is bad than rejection was his learning from NSS camp. And at what age did Toastmaster Arjun felt that he is growing?
4. 3.
No.
4 or 3.
No.
It was in 2020.
23 years.
At 4 or 3, that will be exciting.
Yeah, Dikshita, you are right. In 2023, it was age 43. That were questions from my side back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me call on the stage now the tag team of the day. I would like to call first on the stage Toastmaster Kashish for the timely report. Thank you, team. Over to you, Toastmaster Kashish.
So here's my report on the today's meeting or the time or as a timer. Starting with the prepared speeches, PM Anil, the allotted time to you was 4 to 6 minutes, with 30 seconds a grace period, and you took 6 minutes and 29 seconds, which is I believe under the allotted time. And TM Arjun, allotted time was 5 to 7 minutes, and you took a second more than the 7 minutes, so it is more not within the allotted time. For the table topics, TM Anil again, you took 1 minute and 34 seconds, and which is under the allotted time. Guest Rina, you took 1 minute and 48 seconds, which is again under the allotted time. And TM Dikshita, our third table topic speaker, you took exact 1 minute, which is allotted under the allotted time. And guest Sunita, you took 43 seconds, and again it is under the allotted time. For coming to the evaluation part, TM Rashmi, like Anurag said, was speech. So you took 4 minutes and 24 seconds, not under the. Yeah, more. Okay, sorry, I'll be more visible next time. More than the allotted time. TM Havesh, you are also the more than the. Again,
I also did not see the flags.
yeah, sorry, that's my fault. So you took 3 minutes and 35 seconds. And there's one more role, TM Rhythm, who evaluated table topics. So he took 3 minutes and 45 seconds, and I believe that is also more than the other. Thank you, and over to you.
And you said speaker would be in the time, I think. How much you did?
Just 7 minutes and 1 second.
So it is actually up until 7 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay. So it didn't mention the grace period, so I thought.
It's okay, we'll discuss.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So a question I have, what is the time allocated to table topic? 2 minutes? Okay.
With a grace of 30 seconds as well. So at most you can go to 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay, okay.
Now let me call the counter of the day, Toastmaster Pritish.
So this is my fourth or fifth time when I've taken our counter, and I noticed that. So I was wondering whether I'm listening, whether I'm actively listening or not, because the prepared speakers did not use any filler words. This was really, amazing. In the table topics as well, only Dikshita used and 2 times, and the guest Anurag, who attempted for the first time, and I'm really impressed that he had a courage to come in between and speak. Though, as it was for the first time, so for him, so was used by 5 times, like was used by 3 times, was used by twice. Was used twice, repeated phrase was used 3 times. That's all it. I'm nothing.
Now let me call on the stage the Grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Dikshita. The stage is yours.
Hi, everybody. So let me just quickly share the report. So there were few words that were used very nicely, and I would like to highlight one was imposter syndrome. Second was sprawling, grandeur, profound, fear hijacked by intelligence, rehearsed by emotions, beaming, good girl syndrome, kindness is not an option. I could not find anything which is out of the way, but just want to highlight. So, whenever you are requesting somebody to repeat, so you can just say repeat. Repeat again is not required. And there was one time somebody just mentioned that after little 2 to 5 years, you can just say after 2 to 3 years or after 2 to 4 years, but little is not required in a sentence. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Now it's time for my detailed report. I would say technical goof ups, room adjustments at the last minute. Even the role players are entering the room after 11:30. The last time I have seen such a perfection in this meeting, it was very difficult for me to absorb from where this chaos comes automatically. Whether it's absence of Toastmaster Dikshita, who is not here in physical today, or something else. But the cool demeanor with which our president, Toastmaster Anil, and Toastmaster Saurabh handle this is really applaudable. Sometimes under pressure, people feel nervous. They feel the pressure because the timing was already going up 11:30. It was going to 11:40 or even more, but they still handled it beautifully. Now, my feedback for the individual participants. First of all, I will say Toastmaster Rashmi. She realized this mistake. We are way behind today. So the first thing she did, she apologized when she came over here. But I would like to have done, if you have done it at the end of the meeting during the concluding remarks. Anyways, that was perfectly done. Guest introduction was done. It was as usual. You make ensure. One thing that I was expecting from the Toastmaster, from the president over here, whenever you come to the stage, I was asking to start with some motivational or inspirational speech or quote or something to bring the energy within the room. That was near there. In the past, you used to do that. You can take care of that in the future meetings. Now, the next big role, the person who has spent maximum time here on the stage today, Toastmaster Bhavesh. Excellent exercise in the beginning. I was doing my player role, but he said, put down your pen and be a participant here in my exercise. Very well done. We were fully absorbed or fully, with you at that point of time. You provoked us to think through. Very rarely we have seen, I have seen when someone comes on the stage as a team mode, every participants, every audience engagement was there. Not only just physical, even for the online audience as well. Perfectly done. And lastly, the conclusion that you have wrapped up everything that was done wonderfully. There was something for every one of us to take away home from his overall session. Few feedbacks for you as well. Somehow, I understand, you insisted people many times to come on cameras over there because you want active participation over there. But somehow I felt you repeated it 3 or 4 times. It was looking to me a little bit more pushy. Someone may be not in the conditions to come online, so that should be perfectly happy. Okay, we can just call it out 1 or twice rather than keep it doing at the regular intervals. Secondly, when all was set, we all were looking with your theme over here. But initially, instead of starting with the theme, you started with the agenda of the meeting. I was looking for you start with your theme, something, you elaborate it for 5 to 10 minutes, then you can jump to the next session. But the moment you came on the stage, you started with the agenda. You tried to define the different sections within the today's meeting. That could have been taken care of. And thirdly, you shared somehow feedback. What was the feedback coming from particular participants? I don't know. It has been recently incorporated, but that's for the individual. We can read it on the mobile itself. That's not team or role to reveal it in the podium here. Otherwise, it was quite great. Now the evaluators. Well, first evaluator, Toastmaster Rashmi. She was spot on when she came to reveal the objectives. She has beautifully revealed the speech objectives over there. The approach that you have used is CRC, commendation, recommendations, and then you concluded it here. But somehow I see whatever your recommendation was there, it was always good. We should see how it can be implemented in the speech, but you have expanded it beyond its needs over there. And I was seeing the time, it was going well beyond 4 minutes. It's good that you have pointed it out. We have to keep it precise over here because it was looking like a little bit more expansion. Sometimes expansion beyond the requirement just looks like exaggeration. Otherwise, it was good. But it was good you have given some practical implementable things that he can incorporate in the future speeches over here. Now the second evaluated Toastmaster Bhavesh. Wonderful feedback with the actions. It was moreover looking like you are playing a leader role rather than giving the feedback to the speech here, to the speaker here. Action gestures was there, but somehow it was again looking a little exaggeration because as a speaker, he was expecting content-wise, the content, the conceptual over here, rather than because you don't have a play a role here. You just have to give the feedback. Your role was not what the speaker was playing there. And for both of you, timer, we need to be a little bit more cognizant. Because if you are overshooting it, no matter how well you are performing, you are already disqualified. That things needs to be taken. I might sound a little harsh today, but I have to go by the protocol. Just to let you know, please. Speakers, I think both the speakers were well prepared. Storytelling was there. Audience connection was there. Just a little bit, the final conclusion can be a little bit more robust, and some pauses can be worked upon. And as to individual feedback you have that from the evaluator, I don't want to comment on it further. Table topic evaluator, Toastmaster rhythm. Toastmaster rhythm, your time is very limited. Limited in the sense, the way you have to evaluate it. I thought you spend some time on, on seeing the performance of Toastmasters solo. That is my role. You don't have to comment anything on the table topic evaluator. You just have to speak on the individual speakers there. Yeah, it was quite positive. You did one positive feedback, recommendations was there. And one thing that you can work on a little, you can see how much the speaker was sticking to the topic that is given by the table topic master. That is very relevant. If we are going left and right, then he's not sticking to the topic that has been given to him. Okay? That is the main point that we need to take care. Active listener, Toastmaster Sagar. Yeah, Sagar, yes, beautifully played. You have taken the role at the last minute and brilliantly done. It needs a lot of, you have to consciously, take care of whole meetings. Table topic master, Toastmaster Saurabh, handled creative way, really impressed. Everyone has already appreciated. I think I don't need to say more. And 2 wheels for the guests separately and for the general audience. Something I cannot think of. Really, to keep it separate so that everyone gets the opportunity, optimum opportunity. That's well done. Thank you. And it was aligned with the theme. That is again a good part. All your topics were totally aligned with the theme that Toastmaster Bhavish has taken. Just one thing, I think you repeated this thing to the individual speakers. You can take 10 to 15 minutes to think about. For example, 10 15 seconds. When she came, she was already spot on. Some speakers don't need, so we don't need to put it up. You can just repeat it in the initial ones. That's just fine. Sergeant and perfectly, you read from the mobile. I had seen some people, they try to mumble up the speech and then they make certain mistakes. But it's perfectly fine if you're reading it from some sheet or from the mobile. Perfectly done, no mistakes there. Now let's come to the tag team. First, I'll go through the timer of the day, Toastmaster Kashish. It's more of a grammatical. You were saying under allotted time, within allotted time. You use this phrase. You can say within allotted time. And sometimes if you don't have much timer, rather than giving the individual time, say you can call out the outliers. One who has surpassed the allotted time, or the one who has minimum time haven't utilized it. So this is the smart way I have seen some clubs people use. There, that can be done. Pritish, again, you took the role at the last minute. Very precise report, good done. And grammarian, the report was not too detailed, but it was good. Whatever you have captured. Just let me see if someone is left. I think I have covered pretty much everyone here. Active listener. Yeah, I have covered. So overall, guys, I would say, I know there was a little chaos in the beginning, but little less structure today. But the energy that the speakers, the audience, and the team or topics over there, the audience engagement, brought over here was unparalleled. That was very rare over here. With a little bit of more discipline and efficiency, we can definitely make these meetings of future meetings, more optimum or more aligned with the theme and everything on. With this, I would like to hand over the stage to presiding officer for the concluding remarks.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for such a detailed and insightful feedback. No wonder you are one of the finest evaluators in our club. I was saying it was a wonderful meeting. I really liked it. can only take us so far, right? With that, let's move to the voting segment. And the voting link has been shared in the guest WhatsApp group. Please check if you all are able to access it and vote for your best and favorite role players. Everybody ready to access it, right? In the meantime, let's hear the feedback from the guest. Let me start with the online audience first. So, guest Sunita, would you like to share the experience of today's meeting?
Yeah, hi. I think this is my second meeting. This is the second meeting that I've attended. As compared to the previous meeting, I think this time I could really felt it more involved, because I think for the reason that people who were there physically available there, even if they had to share, I could clearly, I mean, it was audible for me to hear their feedback. It was made engaging. I think all the efforts by team Toastmaster Bhavesh, and then later on in terms of engaging the virtual audience was also really captivating. Did not really felt out that it would have made a difference had I been there physically. So that's the summary.
Thank you so much, guest Sunita, for sharing your quick feedback. Now let's hear from our in-person guest. Would you like to share your experience?
Sure. For me, first of all, I think thank you so much. For me, it's time well spent, right? I was really zoned out and, certain things that I'm trying to. But I love being here to take away something from each and every one of you. You don't believe it? I could pick things that I was like, wow, this is something that I can take away. So I'm really glad. Thank you. The post just, came on my screen and I happened to ask, and I'm here. 20 years back, will you believe it, in my career, when one of my bosses had started the club in Philip Software Bangalore, and I wanted to go for it. Hyderabad, again in PepsiCo, there was a club and I had to move out of Hyderabad. So it's interesting how life, brings. I'm glad I was here, picked a lot of learning and inspiration from each and every one of you. For me, it's a lot of structure and details, so I'm taking a lot of that. Thank you for having me here.
I would love to see you in our upcoming meetings. All right. I hope everyone has voted. Can I get the responses?
You have to use the laptop.
I have to use the laptop for responses. Okay.
Is it good?
So the cool English.
Yeah.
Making me work hard. We already have 12 responses. Have you voted?
Yes, sir.
Let me just hit the refresh. I can still see 12 responses. Anyway, let's go ahead with this. Okay, first I would like to start with the best Ox role player. And for that, we have Timer Toastmaster Kashish, Grammarian Toastmaster Dikshita, R-Counter Toastmaster Pritish, TT Evaluator Toastmaster Rhythm, and Active Listener Toastmaster Sagar. Any guesses? Yeah, it's the TT Evaluator Toastmaster Rhythm. Toastmaster Rhythm. The other hand. Yeah. Toastmaster Dikshita, could you please help us with the screenshot? Is it done?
Dikshita, you're on mute.
Toastmaster
I used to
Lakshya,
mute, yes.
if you can take the screenshot. Is she? I think she's
Yeah.
I can't. It's not working from a laptop.
Yeah, or guest
Sorry.
Sunita screenshot, or if any in-person audience can take the photo.
I'll take the screenshot maybe.
Thank you so much.
Done.
Done.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Rhythm.
Thank you.
We introduced this role last minute and you definitely did it. Next is Best Role Player. We have Toastmaster Bhavesh, Toastmaster Saurabh, and Toastmaster Anurag. Guesses? Guesses?
You were also very good.
It's Toastmaster Anurag. Anyone can help with it? Congratulations, well deserved. Thank you. Okay, next we have paired speech between Toastmaster Anil and Toastmaster Arjun. And the award goes to Toastmaster Arjun. Congratulations. Next, we have Best Table Topic Speaker. Any guesses?
I think Reena.
Let's guess Reena. It did not sound like an impromptu speech. Congratulations. Let's take a vote. Sure. Next, we have Best Evaluator. It's Toastmaster Rashmi. Both the evaluators.
You want to take your hand?
More happiness.
Okay. With that, let's wrap up. Next meeting, we have a special one. And why it's special? Because we have two wonderful, exciting themes. First is we're going to celebrate Holi together. So come in your vibrant, festive, colored outfits. More details will be shared by our VPPR team with respect to the dress code and everything. And second wonderful reason is we are going to invite a keynote speaker. And I won't be telling all the introduction about him because it's going to take me the rest of the day. But a quick highlight about him: he has achieved the Distinguished Toastmaster Award twice, and he has competed in the World Champion of Public Speaking at Chicago, and there he won the semi-finalist award. And he is the mentor for so many speakers, and he has inspired thousands of people. So he'll be joining us for the table topic session and helping us hone our impromptu speaking skills. For more details and to reveal the name of the guest speaker, I won't be doing that right now. You have to stay tuned and check our guest WhatsApp group. Are you all excited for it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's wrap up and take a group photo together. Online audience, okay, everyone's camera is on. Come to the stage.
इसको यूज कर लो हाँ इसी को यूज
Are you helping with the screenshot?
Sorry.
I'll do. I can't see Saurav. Saurav. I can't see Sagar also.
I think
Squeeze in a bit, guys.
Can you go to that? Yeah, because we have two cameras. One is that. Maybe that.
in person, right? In person.
Move the laptop a little bit.
I think you should.
Come this side. Challenge with the hybrid setup.
Arjun and Bhavesh, ha.
Yes.
Bit close, Arjun and Bhavesh. All set, guys?
Yeah.
All right. Happy faces. Okay, 1 minute, sorry, guys.
Look at Pratish.
Get his face.
What happened with my laptop? Okay.
Our cheeks are aching, Dikshita.
Yeah. Sorry. This my laptop has hang. I think I don't know. Oh, yeah. Somebody else, please take it up, please.
That's
Hey.
Salita, anyone?
I can't take a screenshot.
Guys,
I'll take it.
Yeah, I have taken one, but then okay, ready, guys? I think this one will done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice.
बंद कर मैं लॉग आउट कर दूंगा ठीक है